Dude, so how long you been doing your little podcast for?
This is actually the first show, the first installment.
Oh,
yeah, and I figured I thought, get some energy into it, get some people that, that are fun and lively.
Nice.
yeah, man.
So I thought about you
Well,
guys.
yeah, dude. Thanks for letting us know about this.
Yeah, dude, this is pretty cool.
For sure. Thanks for kind of stopping by, especially on the 4th.
Dude, hell yeah.
But where are you guys from? I mean, like, you guys are all brothers. You guys, I'm assuming, grew up together, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah, man. Small town called Bracketville, Texas, dude. It's population of like less than 2,000 people. I was there for 3rd grade on till senior year, pretty much. Kevin, we grew up, man, in the middle of nowhere. Nothing else to do but make music or I don't know, look at deer.
So you guys all grew up together. And going through like middle school and high school, like as like brothers, because like I mean, you guys are all like 3 years apart, right? Roughly.
Yeah, about a year.
apart, something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys ever like kind of like butt heads or anything like that, or is that's still going on? Yeah.
Every
Bro.
day.
Yeah, we have to have our own cameras, dude. We can't do them together.
No.
I feel you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel you.
I found a good place. I think I'm literally like by a bank right now.
So hold on, I got a couple of questions here. To seem that I'm like somewhat prepared.
Hey, really quick, bro. I really like your posters in the back.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got some Mastodon, some metal, just mostly metal actually. Now that I think about it, got an Off Montreal one, but can't really see that one. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, like in high school, I mean, I'm assuming at this point you guys had like realized that you guys are all like musically invested. How did that even come from? Like, was it like your parents, or was it just kind of like y'all like figuring shit out?
So, I mean, we've always we've listened to a lot of music growing up, and I guess one main thing that got us into wanting to do music like full time, probably like it was a Guitar Hero or Rock Band.
Oh yeah,
that sort of stuff.
Yeah, man.
So this started back in like 2007 with like Guitar Hero and the.
Back in the day,
I'd say probably before that too, dude, because like before even we had Guitar Hero, we were like, we'd always just get together and make noise. Like I remember Ocarina of Time. We used to play like a little Nintendo 64 back in the day. We used to just jam out to like there's a place where you can just like play the ocarina. And we're just like in the game, just jamming out, dude.
Yeah.
It goes beyond.
So a little bit of passion of like video games and then music, and then you guys were like, well,
yeah,
let's just roll with the music.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude. I've never really thought about it like that, but video games were a huge musical influence for sure. I found a treat, by the way.
Get yourself some shade.
I think I'm finally stationary.
Nice. Any like house shows like in high school or anything like that? I mean, it's a small town, so I'm assuming people would know the Blevins Brothers, or something.
We had a couple places here in like this town that like little restaurants that are open for like 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And, they were just in and out, but yeah, we performed because we used to perform country with 2 other brothers, and that's kind of like how we started doing live music.
Country.
Yeah, bro. We were Texas country, man, for a while. Like we had buckles that had our instruments that we played at the time.
custom belt buckles.
Yeah.
And it was bad, dude.
Damn. No, that's everyone needs a little bit of a start, one way or another. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, Texas country is some good music too. Like we're not shitting on it, but
yeah, it's soulful.
I felt like we outgrew it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, I grew up with like kind of like Mexican rancheras, like Juan Sebastian and Vicente Hernandez, and now I got like Mastodon posters behind me, so like we all have like our roots, our come ups,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's what people are into in our town, like this country music and cumbias, We have like
Yeah.
every weekend at the Civic Center. Pretty cool.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. We're like right by Mexico. We're about 30 minutes. I'm right now like about 10 minutes from Mexico, like where I'm at. It's in Del Rio. But dude, no, we grew up with like a lot of regional culture, like Mexican music and just like Tejano music. We weren't really directly influenced by that, but like we have some family members that have Tejano bands and stuff like that. So
it was always around, and you guys kind of like it was always there, I would say. Yeah.
100%.
Nice.
Yeah, where are you from?
Kind of grew up in California for a little bit, then Mexico, and then Texas.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So a little
We're
bit.
men of diversity here. We're cultured guys.
Yeah, exactly. We know where we come from, right?
Oh yeah. Baby. Hey,
what about your
cool.
What's up?
This is pretty cool. I've never done a 3-group call with my iPhone. This is nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so what about y'all's folks? How are they doing?
They're doing pretty good, dude. Our parents are getting old.
Everyone's parents are getting old, man.
But not like super
Best of
old.
ways.
How old are our mom and daddy? Huh?
Our dad's about to hit
Mama,
50
Papa.
in like 2 days.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh,
The
dude.
big 50, big 50.
Any big plans?
We got him a bike seat.
Yeah, pretty nice bike seat. Tempted to take him myself, honestly, but
I don't know, man. He never tells me what he wants, dude.
probably.
I mean, he smoked a lot, so maybe we can just get him like different cigarettes, different kinds of cigarettes.
Get him some rolling paper, some like some raw tobacco. He can roll
get
his
him-
own things.
Okay. Yeah, but never smoked this one, daddy.
Yeah.
No. But they're good, dude. My parents, they're really supportive nowadays of what we're doing with music. It wasn't always like that, but it's really cool to see them come around and really I guess believe in us.
Yeah, how was it like in the beginning then? If you don't mind me asking.
No, not at all, dude. There was, I mean, the typical, so our dad works in the railroad, and he's worked in the railroad for a lot of years, actually, like a couple decades. And he's very much a industrial-minded individual. And so, obviously, we said we want to do music, and, that's any parent, I feel like, who just be like, okay, good, without conflict or anything like that is, like, I could see where he was coming from, where he didn't want us to do music. He kind of, like, had doubts, and, he's been working in a place like the railroad for so long that it's, like, hard to, I guess,
envision. He sees everything like with manual labor. That's how like the fruits will come. Anything artistic will not flourish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Father was like that as well, and also my mom's father. They all very much traditional masculine roles that, like, I guess in life you get a job, have a family, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, we did grow up in the South, kind of. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some real good benefits with that, in terms of like character development and stuff like that, like growing up. But yeah, that was definitely some clashing to where me, Kevin, and Dillon. Kevin was going into his sophomore year, right, Kevin? Something like that. Or no, you're going into your freshman year of college at Texas State. And I was going into my sophomore year, and Dillon was going into his senior year of high school. And we just decided, like, we really wanted to have like individual, autonomy, or like we just wanted to do our own thing without really having anyone have leverage, And so Dillon ended up homeschooling himself and moved himself to San Marcos, and me and Kevin, we decided we're just going to do music full time and put a hold on the college career.
So is that why you guys are in San Marcos at the moment? I'm assuming you guys are like kind of, that's like the home base, like that's like headquarters, almost like.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, because I went through my freshman year and made like a lot of friends stuff. So it was just a good place to start off and continue to just grow the band.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, gotcha. And I'm assuming that's where you guys met like the Fet Sounds people and like got like recording and stuff like that.
Yeah, Fet Sounds. Yeah, we met them, but we, for the most part, I mean, pretty much for everything, we record all of our own stuff and like mix, master, produce.
So what's the collaboration between you guys and Fitz? Like, is there much going on there?
In terms of making the music, no, but in terms of like performance in venues and all that, we do a lot of stuff at FET. Like, they're real cool dudes that throw real cool events. How many gigs have we done with FET, guys?
I'd say maybe like 3.
Yeah, I think 3
2
so
3.
far.
Somewhere around there.
I remember the Halloween one and then the New Year's one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, man, FET's really cool. Dude, the first time we went there, we were like, this is a church? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
what?
I didn't know what to feel at first, but I just went with it.
It was fun though, man. Those guys put on real good events, and it's a good location. And also, dude, just San Marcos in general. We've all talked about, me, Kevin, Dillon, always just talk about how cool the people are in San Marcos. Like, it's just real easygoing, chill people.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think about that. You know, whenever you see San Marcos on the map, you're like, oh, you know, it's a small little town. But you go in there and like, there's a huge music scene. The people are great, and you know,
Bro,
you're surprised.
it is crazy. Like, I don't think I know any other place that has such a like, it's almost like a traditional psychedelic rock scene there.
Oh yeah.
And like in Austin, there's like kind of like an indie scene, and you know, all around Texas, there's like bars for blues and country. But like in terms of like psychedelic Jimi Hendrix type stuff, it's crazy that San Marcos is like the little oasis in the middle of the desert of that stuff.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think about it at all. Like, it's fucking,
no, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to talk to you guys about something real quick.
Oh gosh.
So you guys kind of like started out like down south, you know, playing like some gigs here and there. Would you guys care to explain what happened for the Cinco de Mayo gig? What was that all about?
Oh my God.
First
dude.
of all, I don't know
Where do you know this from, dude?
It's my job. It has to be my job, you know? Come on, man.
Oh,
Hell yeah, that's
pretty impressive.
boys, who wants to take this one? Who wants to take this one?
Well, there's not really much to say about that.
Dude, they're actually.
Well, I mean, that was like our second gig ever, and we
Ever,
were asked
bro,
by
ever.
Yeah, we were asked by this one person just if we wanted to perform at the Civic Center for the Cinco de Mayo celebration.
In Bracketville, which is a super small town again. So
Yeah.
like crowd of 5 people probably.
So we were all pumped, just brought in our instruments and stuff. And Dillon was on a big acoustic guitar that was
Yeah, that thing was bigger than me.
larger
dude.
than him. Brandon was on his little, I don't even know, like
My grandpa gave me, like, he bought from a flea market a little amp. Dude, it was bad. It sucked. And then Kevin.
I was a mic stand.
Oh, dude, that is.
Yeah. I was there just holding the mic, trying to sing. One of the other brothers was in the band. He just kept
Bro,
like,
we were so ill prepared for that. Kevin said, literally a mic stand, dude. We got there, we'd all rehearsed our vocals, and the guy was just like, yeah, there's only gonna be one mic. And then Kevin's like, what the hell, dude? Like, we've been practicing these harmonies, like,
yeah. You guys have the
and
choir
I'm
set
gonna
up.
get downgraded to a freaking mic stand, dude.
Yeah.
And so we did that. We ended up playing for about 30 minutes. It was actually an hour set, I think, but the guy kind of like cut it.
He was like, hey, these guys don't look like they're having that much fun. Let's get them out of here.
Bro, it sucked, dude. It sucked on all aspects. The sound there was bad. Our performance was bad. The camaraderie, dude, on stage. It looked like we were just all constipated on stage from our anxiety.
I mean, it was a second show ever.
Yeah.
And you guys sound like you guys were coming up there with like you know, like little toy instruments kind of. I mean, not to like, no offense, but you know, it's not.
No, that's what happened. That's what happened. Exactly what happened, dude. And then afterwards, we were so depressed, dude. We went to the house and like we were big milk drinkers at the time. Bought a bunch of whole milk and just watched Adventure Time, dude.
Yep.
And it was like like I assume how like you'd get, you know, like really sad and like start drinking a lot. Like we did that, but with milk. And we just
But
watched
with
it
chocolate milk and
yeah, we were just like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it was rough. Those were rough times.
Was there a big crowd of people, or was it just kind of like?
I mean, there was people walking around. You know, not really a big crowd, but
Not really paying that much attention, just kind of
embarrass ourselves that bad. So
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was good though, like in retrospect, because you can kind of really appreciate the really good gigs when you've known how it feels to be like.
Oh yeah,
know?
definitely. I feel like that happens throughout the spectrum with like comedians, you know, and like artists and so it's just
100%, man. That's why a lot of artists, I think, even starting now, like, you know, artists in college who haven't really performed, they're like really wanting to perform. Like I have a lot of friends who really wanted to perform, and I always tell them, dude, just start now, because the sooner you start, the faster you're gonna stop sucking, you know?
yeah. The sooner you learn how to like actually go about yourself, you know, on stage.
Yeah, it's all you just bump into stuff and you learn, man.
So what about the good gigs? Where are those at?
Oh, dude,
those are all in San Marcos.
Yeah.
Well, I would say most of them definitely are in San Marcos, but there's some good gigs. Like we do a little touring around Texas sometimes, but let's see, what's a good gig, guys? We pull out of a hat.
Talking about our Bracky or Blevins.
No. Just now, like Pecan Street. You remember that?
Yeah, that was
Pecan Street
that
was crazy.
Amazing. That was an awesome place to play at.
So
is that here in San Marcos?
That was
no, Austin.
Oh, Austin,
it was like,
Austin.
Yeah, man, right on 6th Street, and it was put on by this really cool production company in San Marcos called Apogee Presents. They're like real cool people, man. They throw really good.
Yeah, Apogee.
Yeah, and so
they were setting up the Illfest, I think, right? Like this April. Yeah, they're the ones that set up.
And I think it's still on. Hopefully with all this Corona stuff going around, but no, man, that was such a good gig. Like we went up there a little late, so the sound guy was kind of a little peeved at us a little bit. But other than that, man, it was literally like we just went up. Our groove, dude, we were just like on some cosmic shit that day. I don't know what it was, man, but we were just
synced up.
Yeah, man, it was like very tight and good. Like none of us were really nervous or anything. It was just, I don't know, how was the groove for y'all?
Well, the stage was freaking awesome. It was huge.
Sound was great.
Yeah.
I love the sound.
So it was exciting to just play.
Mm.
And the crowd.
It was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever like play at these places and then like show y'all's parents, like be like, hey, mom, dad, like we played at this place and there's this huge crowd of people, like what's like their reaction, you know? Like where are they?
Our mom gets pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see you guys.
Yeah, it's
Bigger
we've
crowd.
been
Yeah,
really kind
come
of
talk to me when you're
out.
or something.
Yeah. Okay. We've been kind of like grinding it out, like really focusing on recording to where we haven't documented a lot of these larger gigs that we've had. But for the most part, they're pretty supportive. But obviously, like show me proof.
Yeah. Show me the checks, and then like you know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But no, dude, I don't know. Our parents haven't really been to like a San Marcos gig to where like there's a bunch of people there. They're like, you know, just the energy is high.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
you gotta bring them. You gotta. Whenever all this crap is done and settled, you guys have to bring them to like a show, a gig.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Sweet.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Do you guys have any like future? Are you guys working on anything right now?
Working on an album right now.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's I think we capped it at about 14 tracks now. So it's a little bit more meat on it. But yeah, man, it's called New Now. It's hopefully coming out within 2020, if not hopefully 2021. But it's come about real organically, so we're not really putting a cap on it, but we're consistently working on it every day. And yeah, man, it's got a. Have you heard our latest single, As I'm Fading Into You?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, you guys have like no offense, but you guys have like three singles on Spotify, right? Yeah. I mean, I normally just kind of like whenever I listen to music, I just like on an album and I just like listen to it, like not even like really looking which song I'm listening to. So I mean that's kind of what I did. No offense. I just clicked on it and I just kind of listened to you guys.
Well, dude. Well, I'm really offended now, dude.
Yeah, you're done with this interview. You're out of here.
Nah, I don't blame you, man. I feel like a lot of artists get pissed at the consumer for how they consume music, and it's just like, just let it's your music now, once it's out, pretty much. But yeah, I'm really excited, man, for you to hear it, a bunch of other people to hear it. It's got a real groovy vibe to it. We've really worked hard, and we're doing it all by ourselves too. Like, we don't have a producer or a mix engineer or anything, so it's gonna hopefully sound real cohesive and there's gonna be a string that runs through every song that's of consistency, I guess you could say.
Oh,
so
okay. Is there any like hard themes going on with them? Like, is there like a
self-growth is a huge thing.
So it's kind of like a coming to age kind of thing.
Dude, no, yeah, 100%. I've never thought about it like that, but yeah, 100%. Because it's like, we started off the album, we thought it was just going to be an EP, and we had 3 songs. And this was when I was still going to college, and we were, we weren't going as hard, like saying that, we're doing music full time. And it's all transformed himself into like a 3-song EP, 5-song EP, and then 8-song mini album, and now fully to 14 track LP. And for sure, dude, has a self-growth vibe, and it's called New Now, and it's a concept album, I would say, in a light way. You know what I mean? It's like, 'cause some concept albums are like, really, really clear about what they're trying to say, but we're trying to, with what we have, it's like a good concept album, but it still has room for people to kind of like have like put their own understanding onto the music, as opposed to us telling you what the meaning of it is.
Yeah. Kind of take it with kind of with a grain of salt, like what the message that we're taking, but like whatever the music is reflected upon you, you just get that message and then carry it with you, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So I'm since you guys are producing this by yourselves, is this like jerry rig setups like in your bathroom and or like what do you guys got going on?
Well, our vocal booth is in our closet in San Marcos.
Classic.
But it sounds pretty, dude. We worked up.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And also, since we were doing the country boy thing for a while, we like we did pretty good doing in our old band, and like we got a lot of live equipment, just equipment in general, that we built it up. So we have a bit of equipment that we're using like to record our stuff. And our uncle, I was telling you earlier that our uncle, or my family has like a Tejano band. Mm-hmm. They're letting us use some of their equipment as well, so that's really cool. And we record drums in their little studio that they have. But for the most part, it's definitely been just make it work, and dude, it gives it character.
No, for sure. Like I'm not saying there's anything bad with it. It's just kind of like you can get really good sound with just like a mic, a computer, your closet, throw some blankets on the wall, and like you're good to go. Like,
yeah, man. It's all really, if it grooves, dude, it grooves, man. That's the philosophy.
I feel you. But I mean, it's 4th of July. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy it, have a good time. Do you guys have any like closing statements? Anything you guys want to say? Let the people know.
Dillon, what you got to say, bro? Speak your mind.
Real quick, what are you doing for 4th?
What am I doing for 4th? Yeah. Dude, I'm editing this goddamn interview. That's what I'm doing. Like, no, man. Unfortunately, recently, my brother had to get tested, and he was in contact with me. So I'm like, I don't want to go with my family right now. I don't know if I have it or not. So I don't think so. But at the same time, I don't want to like risk it. My folks are up there, and yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
nice, man.
I hope you enjoy the sounds of the fireworks.
Yeah, from my room, from my depressing quarantine window, No, I'll be fine.
Let's see, closing statements. What we got, Dillon?
Dude, thanks for having us. Like, this is your first podcast. This is awesome.
I know.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'm kind of glad you guys actually took the time out of y'all's day to stop by and just kind of like touch up, see what's going on, see how you guys are doing.
Dude, no, yeah, let us know if you're down to do this again in the future. Maybe just talk about some other stuff. I don't know.
An update podcast, a philosophy podcast,
Possibly, bro. I mean, hell yeah, it'd be good content for us as well.
Let's get really, really, really high in something and just talk about life,
Hey, that's illegal, sir.
Oh okay. Yeah, my bad. Let's drink a lot of milk and then talk about life.
I'm always down for a good milk drunk, dude. You never felt joy until you're drunk on milk. But dude, no, for anybody, I don't know if like you have an audience or anything, but I hope your people, man. I hope you stay positive out there, dude, because it's a lot of shit going on nowadays. But I feel like we can come together and overcome it.
Yeah, music has always been a big kind of unifier, whenever times are tough.
100%. And dude, that's one of the things where, I hope I say this right. I'm optimistic in the sense of what innovations will come out of the times we're living in now, specifically music. And like, there's so much more opportunities for independent artists nowadays. And like we're finding new ways to, throw concerts with all this Corona stuff. I mean, look what we're doing now, dude. Like, I bet this was kind of inspired, like, hey, we can't do it in person, so let's zoom it up. It's like so much innovation on so many fronts. I feel like we're gonna come out of all of this just better and like just better, just essentially.
Yeah,
so it's
more or less, yeah. Unified, I guess. After being stuck at home for 5-6 months already, probably gonna go on for more, but yeah, I feel like after this, I mean, people are still like, trying to get together and like, protest and like, have their voices heard.
Yeah. That's super cool for them that they're doing that in a peaceful way.
In a peaceful way, of course. Yeah.
But dude, no, let us know if you need to kill some quarantine time, man, and we'll be happy to hop on this again. And dude, I don't know, some Joe Rogan-esque stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll chat it up.
So DMT. No.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys so much. The Zoom thing is about to end because I don't have the paid version of it because I'm broke. So yeah. Have a good rest of y'all day. Y'all stay safe and enjoy 4th of July.
Yeah, you too,
God bless America.
God bless America. All right, see you guys.
Appreciate it.
No problem.